Hello.
I told you people would come, didn't I?
And I was starting to doubt it. There are actually quite a lot of people here.
And thus, we have gathered you here for the greater good. We take it that you all received our owls, gathering you here this evening to talk about why we, witches and wizards, are the superior race. If you don't agree that muggles are... What word am I looking for here?
Inferior.
I wasn't going to use such a harsh word, but all right.
If you don't agree they're inferior, then you should leave.
Leave. Otherwise, you might find the next hour quite offensive. If you do leave, though, we will be making a note of your name.
Oh, good. A few people have left, but more people have joined. So... For some reason, my brother is here.
Wonderful.
But he hasn't left yet. That is very curious.
Maybe he's just here to monitor you. He seems to like doing that. I suppose, just in case, because obviously for security's sake I had to send out those owls anonymously, just in case people don't know who we are.
We should introduce ourselves. You want me to go first?
Beauty before age.
I'm Albus Dumbledore. And this is...
Gellert Grindelwald.
And I see Alpheus is also here.
So let's start off with the theme, shall we?
Tarot reading.
Not that, I was thinking more about muggles and our mutual dislike of them. Therefore, we're going to open with a question for all of you, which is...
Well, it's not necessarily a dislike. What is the question?
Well, I was going to simply ask what is everyone's least favourite thing about the muggles? Why is it that you have found yourself here on our distant shores? What is it about them that's smelly? They having no magic is a very good point. The fact that they are completely incapable of casting magic is...
Their taste in music, they don't have magic. Jealousy, incompetence, boring clothing, being boring, hatred, stinky,
homophobic,
drama, lack of power. Poor clothing choice seems to be quite recurrent.
And no magic, which...
The smell of the streets, they're annoying. No magic, inferior. Boring, rude, boring, useless. Homophobia, stupidity. They think they're so smart. No brains.
Discrimination.
Self-centered. Strange. Warmongers.
Politicians, no brain cells, basic.
Someone called you pretty. Racism. Ignorance.
Well,
it seems like we are in general consensus.
Now that everyone has pointed out the exact reason why these creatures are such vermin,
Inferior.
And I think it's quite clear that they are, then now we just have to decide the best way to deal with them, which Albus and I, over the summer, have been in deep discussion about what is to be done.
They just have to learn their rightful place in the world.
We're not talking about killing anyone. That would be ridiculous.
Merlin, no, never.
That would be stupidity. We're not trying to fight hate with hate in a way that they would. We don't want war. But it is simply not fair that our kind have suffered the way they have for as long as they have.
It is discrimination.
It isn't right for anyone to hide away ashamed of what they are, for the fear of being judged or hurt.
We need to teach them that we are amazing.
Boom.
Boom.
For that, I'm going to look into your future. Bear with me. I'll let Albus continue to talk.
He's going to pull a card. And he is very good at pulling cards.
I am a seer, so I'd hope so.
He is. He very much is. For the greater good, indeed. I don't know why my brother is still here, but he is. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you very much. For the greater good. For the greater good. Lock them up in tiny cages and feed them alpoo. I don't think that is quite the angle we're going to achieve. We just need to teach them their place. We don't want to hurt them or imprison them. We just want them to know where they stand in society.
Boo. Not good news.
I'm
afraid.
What card have you pulled?
We have...
For
Boom.
The devil.
The devil. Mystery, magic, astral planes, fate, obsession, carnal desire, catastrophe, temptation, a freeing from bondage. The devil means transformation. The devil means you are trying to release yourself from a current state of mind or a physical state. Or perhaps the devil themselves will soon be upon your doorstep. It's up to you to decide what the meaning is behind that.
I suppose pondering on it is the best option.
Do you know any potters or any blacks? I wouldn't be familiar with those names.
Well, I know the House of Black.
Are they a prominent family?
Very. Noble blood.
You have school tomorrow. Which school do you go to? Is it Hogwarts or Durmstrang?
Ilvermorny.
Do you know any Malfoys?
I know of their family. Again, like the Blacks, ancient, pure-blooded. I go to Hogwarts. What house are you in if you're at Hogwarts? Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor, is that the one that you're in?
It's the one I was in. Hufflepuff. Slytherin, Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff. There are a lot of Hufflepuffs, a lot of Slytherins, a scattering of Gryffindors, and just a sprinkle of Ravenclaws. You would be in Slytherin if you were in a house.
Time to pull some cards.
Time to pull some cards.
So you said that before, that you think I'd be in Slytherin.
I have.
Perhaps I don't want you to tell me, actually. I don't want you to say it. I don't want them to tell me. What does Slytherin house stand for? Well, I read fortunes for both Abbi and Crystal. Not joint, of course, individually, and I'll do Abbi first.
Cunning.
Purity. Ambition. I can get behind that.
Pride.
No one can be great without a touch of pride about them.
Determined. Ambitious. Resourcefulness, that's true.
It's starting to ring true. Is there anything else I should know about this house?
Is there anything else you should know about the House of Slytherin? Perhaps in Slytherin you'll make your real friends. Those cunning folks use any means to achieve their ends. Good hair is apparently one of them.
And do Slytherins and Gryffindors like yourself get along?
They have been known to have rivalry. Being a leader. Everyone says mostly no, but some do.
Abbi?
Abbi.
Yours is the 7 of Wands, which is bravery and being resolute in your decisions, overcoming challenges as well, even if it is against all odds. You're going to be winning and fighting from a position of advantage, and it is about the strength of your personal integrity as well. So a reasonably positive card to be pulled. So it seems as though you might have a few battles coming your way, but your strength of character, your positive attitude, and advantageous, am I saying that correctly? Advantageous point, you will be able to overcome all odds. for Crystal.
Crystal.
Crystal. It's the sun. You have daylight, peace, contentment, works, rewards, and achievement, success, team efforts bringing good results for you as well. The sun represents overall general joy, which is going to be coming into your life. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's a new horizon, a new day, which will bring you great fortune.
Positivity. Happiness.
And for Bloodline 666.
Bloodline 666.
Lots of wands being pulled tonight. 4 of Wands. Peace, rest, a holiday, and celebration, a job well done. Harmony. Waiting for a conclusion which will be a most beautiful one in the end. Potential love being in the air.
It's always good.
Whether it be friends or family. So, I will pull for Zara while we talk a little bit more about what we are here for. Perhaps, Albert, you could talk a little bit about how this is more of a personal matter for you. The fact that your sister suffered so grievously at the hands of muggles.
I don't want to talk about that particularly much.
No, you'll have to get used to talking about it.
Somebody has said to keep an eye on Aberforth and his girlfriend, and quite honestly, that sounds ridiculous to me, unless his girlfriend is a goat, in which case he has made a very fine habit of spending much time with them.
Last time Aberforth was here, he didn't really like me being here.
Aberforth doesn't like anyone.
Zara. 7 of Coins. Profit, growth, personal growth, fruits of labor, hard toil, on a learning curve, and potential for general improvement in your life. But it takes time, and you must be patient.
Patience is a virtue.
Just as we will be patient for the greater good. You can't rush great things.
You can't. Rushing it will always lead to hatred.
What is this nonsense about your brother having a girlfriend?
Nonsense.
I can't imagine a woman wanting to tolerate your brother for that long.
Neither can I.
He is crass, he is crude, and he is a pain. And ignorant.
And angry.
So angry.
It's unpleasant.
Tay the Incredible Vin, which Hogwarts house? Well, I suppose it would be, you said Slytherin.
Slytherin. You suit Slytherin.
And that's what you think. And if that's what everyone thinks, then...
I believe that's what everyone thinks.
We were talking earlier about how Albus would make a wonderful Minister of Magic.
I want to be Minister for Magic one day.
And why shouldn't you be?
Why shouldn't I be?
For Tay. For Tay the Incredible, we have the 8 of Wands, which is progress, breakthrough, events moving forward quickly, on the threshold of something new. Promises, proposals, objects of desire or envy, hasty decisions, quarrels. Be aware of entering a quarrel unnecessarily.
Unless you have a very good argument.
Like we do.
Like we do. We don't even have an argument. We have a very good point.
Is it Leah or Leah?
Is it Lyra or Leah?
To the greater good. I do like that it is catching fast. Leah, I give you the star, which is hope, bright promise, recovery, gifts, symbol of immortality, light of the spirit, light, good prospects, a new dawn coming, great expectations. The sister to the sun. But we have spent how long together now?
A month or so.
Closer to 2 now, isn't it?
Closer to 2 months.
And it has been, without a doubt, the best 2 months of my whole life.
It's been the best 2 months of mine.
I came here for a completely different reason and found the unexpected. Found something that I wasn't even looking for, which is always the best sort of surprise, really. There's quite a few people who want their fortune read.
Better hurry up, we've got about 5 waiting. Sugar Magnolia wants to know what our favourite tarot cards are.
What a delicious question.
I think mine is the sun.
Is it?
It is the sun.
The same as the crystals?
The same as crystals.
And why the sun?
Good fortune, happiness, joy wherever you go.
Fire. You suit the sun, as I prefer. The death card.
Rebirth.
Transformation.
Renewal.
Starting again. Whenever you pull the death card for people, they instantly shy away from it. They say it is only misfortune, and that is not at all what it is. Sugar Magnolia, your card. It's yours, pulled by accident.
It's the sun.
And Sugar Magnolia is the strength. Strength being fortitude, strength of mind, courage, resolve, spiritual awakening, endurance, energy, action, vitality, power, force, but also disgrace. The pride comes before the fall, after all.
It's true.
Does it not?
It does.
It has been most curious learning English from Albus over the summer as well. So many private lessons. Teaching me where I slip up with my tongue, as it's not my first language. I think I'm doing all right.
Speak it beautifully. You may need to pull faster.
All right.
Pull a full lady in black.
Lady in black.
Who says for the greater good?
For the greater good. I pulled one of my favorite cards, the Ace of Wands. So for Lady in Black, we have vigor, vitality, creativity, new enterprise, family origins, progress, dreams, dramatic impact, a release of energy, aiming high, enthusiasm. Ace of Wands is one of my favorites, without a doubt. It's all about new starts, new beginnings, and if you have a dream, then to follow it. Now, we're missing some questions as well. I agree. I don't think that Aberforth is dating anyone.
No one would want to date my brother.
Vintage Witch, it is lovely to see you. You're usually also talk, and now you are stuck with words.
I am. I'm just reading questions. I'm deciding which ones of them I want to answer and which I don't.
Vintage Witch. Past connections, childhood memories, old relationships, joy and nostalgia. A new cycle, harmonious networks, positive influences coming your way. You will have favors earned and returned. You will have blessings passed on in your life, whether you are passing them on to other people or whether you are about to receive them for your kindness over the years. We just don't know.
We just don't know.
Alpheus.
Alpheus.
Your friend, your dear friend Alpheus.
I don't think he would still be here, but he is.
Tell me, my, does Alpheus agree with everything that we do?
I've never spoken to him about it.
I didn't think that he did.
I don't think he did, and I don't think you can pull a card for him. Unless you really want to.
He is your friend. I will, of course. Being your friend. I will.
Alpheus doesn't actually have dog breath, but everyone says that he did because he came to school with dragonpox, and dragonpox makes your breath smell awful.
Alpheus. The Fool. The Seeker. The Innocent. The Naive. But courage and humor. Living is the now. You are on the journey's outset. You have a burst of energy, madness, folly, instability, and apathy. Are you and Alpheus not going to go...
Travel the world. Travel Europe. We're going to go to Egypt and Greece.
But your plans were disrupted, weren't they?
By my brother.
I have absolutely no doubt that you and Alpheus will get a chance to travel the world together still.
One day.
For Holly.
For the greater good. Thank you, Holly.
Imagination coming to life, Holly. A blonde, fair youth. A helpful, effeminate person. Someone who is studious, reflective, will be coming into your life, but affectionate and friendly as well. But beware of deception from this blonde youth as well, and a potentially damaging habit or desire. So beware if a blonde, effeminate person enters your life who seem wonderful at first, it might be slightly misleading.
Keep an eye out on the look. Blondes. Like Gallert.
Are you saying I can't be trusted?
I'm saying you can be trusted. But you are blonde.
Sophie got my favorite card.
Ah. Sophie Slytherin.
Sophie Slytherin got my favorite card. Which is
You've got death.
Which is transformation, forced removal, having to start again, transitionary period, making everything that is permanent not permanent anymore. Just because death has appeared, do not fear it. It does not mean what you think it means. All of the cards are, what is the word I'm thinking of here?
Open to interpretation.
Allegorical.
And what would your Patronus be? What is your Patronus? I've never asked you that.
What is yours?
A Phoenix.
I've never seen you cast it.
No, I haven't had a need to. I can demonstrate later, if you wish. What is yours?
I don't know.
You've never cast one.
I'm not sure I can.
I'm sure you can. I can teach you.
No, I mean, I know the theory behind casting a Patronus and I know how to, but I'm not sure I have the fuel in order to cast a Patronus.
Happiness.
But perhaps because of this summer, I might be able to, potentially. I have new, happier memories that I can now draw upon. It might allow me to do so. Perhaps we should both try later.
Let us practice later.
Your favourite subject at school, Zach asks. What is your favourite subject?
It's a difficult question. I liked every subject, and I was very good at every subject. Defense against the dark arts, transfiguration, flying, charms. And charmed is beautiful.
You're very good at charm work.
I am. I liked all of them. Did you have a favourite?
I was going to ask, would you want to be a teacher?
Not really, no. Static. I want to inspire people, but not like that. There are other people that are better at that than me.
I don't know. I think you could be quite a good teacher. Our idea is for us to go out and teach people, is it not?
In a different way.
Yes, I think you'd make a good teacher. You have the charisma. You have the looks.
I want to be better than being a teacher.
You have all the leadership skills. You have the words, the wisdom.
I want to be better.
You want to be a leader.
want to be a leader.
When our ideas come into fruition, then you will be, won't you?
We will be together.
Well, of course, I'll be right there with you. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, fast.
Soon.
Sorry, we got distracted. He's just incredibly distracting.
Does everyone think that he would be in the house Slytherin?
No.
Am I wrong?
They seem quite certain that I would be. Someone has asked, Abbi has asked what my favorite thing about you is, and I just don't know if I can really narrow it down. There is so much. To define would be to limit. And I would not want to put any of my favorite aspects about you above the other. Everything about you is quite enchanting.
I just have to compose myself after that, I think. Everyone seems quite convinced that you'll be a Slytherin. So it's just not me. It's everyone.
I never doubted that I wouldn't be. Never doubted it. We never had houses at Durmstrang, so I wouldn't really know. You were either weak or strong.
And if you were weak, you died.
What happened to my eye? Sometimes, if you play with things that you're not meant to play with,
dark magic. Otherwise, people are going to assume you're talking about something else.
Then it can backfire, and you reap what you sow. I was young, I was stupid, and I didn't realize the dangers at the time, but now I do, and I know that I won't let it happen again. Dark magic can be corrupting, but I don't like to call it dark magic, and you know that I don't. I like to just simply call it magic. There is no good and bad. There's no light and dark magic. It is only forbidden if you're a fool.
Grey magic.
Precisely.
What are our plans for the future? To bring Wizarding Walls to right, to teach Muggles their place, and to be as we are meant to be. which is not subservient. We've spent too long in hiding. Haven't we?
Too many of our kind have been hurt.
And persecuted, killed, tortured.
And it's not fair.
It's not fair, and it's all in the name of pretending to be something you're not.
And protecting them over us. And I think it's disgraceful that our governments have treated them as more important than us.
And muggles are brutal. They are cruel.
They are far more dangerous than we ever will be, or ever have been.
Maybe we'll just show them the path.
Left unchecked, humanity is only going to regress, not progress. They have already shown signs of it, and they are not getting any better or learning, and they have spoilt the inheritance that they have been given.
Muggles are constantly regressing. You just look at the Dark Ages.
They simply need someone to show them better. That is all.
What if they just head towards another Dark Age? They need someone to show them the light.
Mostly because too many of our kind have lived persecuted or feared or misunderstood, and it is not right, and it is not fair. And why should you hide yourself when you have such a wondrous, beautiful gift?
Doesn't make sense.
But it will make sense.
Well,
and we will show them, because we know that it doesn't have to be this way. We know that people like you and I can live openly and without fear and happily.
Taking our rightful place.
Not that your brother agrees with us.
No, he doesn't. My brother doesn't have much of a magical gift anyway.
Because it's not dark magic, Aberforth. It's simply magic, but I wouldn't expect a simple man as yourself to understand the very subtle differences between the two. Blood packs, Melissa asks.
Dangerous magic. Difficult magic.
Permanent magic. Albus and I often do attempt different kind of magic. Test limits and boundaries. We do not think you should be subjected to...
No.
Just because one person says that it's safe and someone says that it isn't. As I said, it's only forbidden if you are a fool.
But blood magic is notoriously dangerous.
And
only if you are skilled should you attempt it. Otherwise you might be risking your own life.
It's true.
Someone says that blood packs are better than unbreakable vows, as those are dangerous, but no, I disagree. You can break an unbreakable vow
No, I want to know your thoughts on it.
You can break an unbreakable vow, it would just end in death, and you're aware of it. Blood magic is different.
So which would you prefer to do?
Well, you have to put and really mean it in your heart if you want to make a blood pact. An unbreakable vow is simply tied between you by a third party. It doesn't matter what you actually believe. But an unbreakable vow, a blood pact is from the heart. A blood pact acts on feelings and truth. It can only be formed if you believe it. If you're in your heart, you know it's right. That's all. A blood pact is more true.
Perhaps you will look into it though.
Unbreakable vow.
No, blood pacts.
Maybe.
Horcruxes though, we have looked into that, and that is stupidity. Horcruxes is dirty, dangerous magic. It's too corrupting. You lose too much of yourself, too much of your essence. It's
by the time you make one Horcrux, you are half of yourself.
There are much smarter ways to do it. I see Horcruxes as a desperate man's last attempt when he is
scared of dying.
And when he does not understand the other options available. Because Horcruxes, you can read into that, you can find it, but there are other means which have yet to be discovered truly, or are more fable and myth than reality, which are far more interesting.
Horcruxes come from a fear of death. Not a master of it.
And if you are resorting to fear with your magic, then it's stupidity.
Nothing can help you.
No. The use of magic should never be born from fear. Magic is something beautiful and intricate. It has its own cadence and rhythm and rhyme to it. It is like listening to music. It is melodic when you use it. You can feel the notation going through you. So to use it out of such a base instinct as fear is a complete disgrace to our kind. Magic is orchestration of the soul with the energy around us. And to resort to something as diabolical as a Horcrux, sheer stupidity.
Desperation.
You all right? Do you have an opinion on werewolves? Yes, I do. Werewolves are misunderstood creatures. They are intricately beautiful in their own way. I think it would be wrong of me to say that I feel misunderstood as a wizard, that I feel that I need rights, and then to say to another who suffers that they don't have rights as well, and so therefore, whether you're a werewolf, or a wizard, or any dark creature, any person or being that has been through any trials or tribulations or misunderstanding, that you have your right to live your life as you wish to live it, and you are divinely beautiful in your own way. Alpheus. Albus is not vulnerable, and he is certainly not naive. Albus is one of the most glorious minds I've ever encountered. I think it's a real shame that you would say about your best friend that he is stupid, because naive means stupid, innocent. uneducated. And I think that's quite cruel of you to say, really, about him. Because I don't agree with you at all, Alpheus. Albus is the greatest mind that our generation has. He is the soul of the age. And he will do great things for our kind, and I know he will. Maybe don't call your best friend stupid. Welcome back. We were simply talking about werewolves. That's all.
Right. So much to say about werewolves.
Simply that I think that they deserve just as many rights as we have. That if you are misunderstood, you are misunderstood, and therefore surely you deserve the same as the rest of us.
Can't disagree.
There's nothing to misconstrue, Alpheus. You are quite plain and to the point.
What did he say?
Doesn't matter. House elves of freedom, yes. Do you agree?
Freedom for house elves. It's a difficult one. Most of them like being where they are. I don't know if they're just afraid of anything outside of it. I don't see why not.
Yeah, offer it to them, and if they wish to stay, they can, and if they wish to be free, they may. Make them servants rather than slaves. Pay them fairly.
That makes sense.
Treat them fairly.
They can be working elves. Alpheus wants to have a chat this week. Of course you can. Of course.
Well,
why not?
Of course, unless we are going elsewhere. In which case...
I will send an owl and let him know
that we are unavailable. There is a chance that we might be going
preoccupied
elsewhere together, potentially. A favorite spell?
Favorite spell? It is so hard. There are so many to narrow down. Just to pick one.
Why limit yourself to just one?
Why limit yourself to just one? And if you were to do that, then you would become predictable. So I like all spells, I think, even the most simple ones. Even the most simple. Do you have a favorite?
I do. I don't think anyone will have really truly heard of it. It was one that I found when I was 14 years old, when I was at Durmstrong still, and I just adored it. But I don't think you will have heard of it.
Sounds like a dark match. It's from Durmstrong.
Maybe I will tell you later in private what it is.
All right.
And what it does.
As long as you tell me.
I tell you everything, why wouldn't I? My favorite book is a child's book. It is for children. Like Tales of Beetle of the Bard.
Like Babbity Rabbity and the Cackling Stump.
The Three Brothers is my favorite. This is my favorite book. And it has been utterly dissected.
I think that's my sister's copy.
Indeed, the Three Brothers slaps, whatever that means. What were your first impressions of each other? What an interesting question. First impressions of each other. Well,
you were aloof but interesting and slightly annoying.
Annoying? Annoying.
Yes.
Truly.
But interesting. Intelligent. Not like the company I was used to, which would be my brother.
I hope I'm a slight improvement on the company of your brother.
Slight. It's a bit of an understatement. You are an incredible improvement on the company of my brother. He is dull and boring.
I think that you were arrogant.
I've heard that before.
You talked too much.
I think you talked too much.
And I could sense the magic that was manifesting off of you. And I knew straight away from the moment of meeting you that you were powerful. And I also thought on my first impression of you that you were lonely. Arrogant, talkative, lonely, but powerful.
Fixed one of those. Loneliness.
I also thought that you had the most incredible forget-me-not blue eyes. The eyes which are like a storm cast out at sea. Such depth, such power, such danger, but such terrifying beauty. I remember because we met, first of all, at nighttime, didn't we?
We did.
And even by moonlight, you could see how dazzling your eyes were. I couldn't see then how red your hair was.
No.
I like it a lot.
Kissed by fire.
Mm. You should grow a beard.
No. No.
When you're older, I don't mean now.
No, I don't want to.
Mm.
Neither should you.
No?
No.
I thought I might suit facial hair.
No, I don't think you would.
Oh.
You're ghastly with it.
Fine. Unless it's agreed never to grow facial hair, then.
Alright. Let's just make a blood pact on it.
I got so wrapped up in you then, I wasn't
know,
even aware
me
there were
too.
other people. You're right.
I'm alright, are you?
Mm, of course. Am I a jealous person? I don't think that I am.
I've never seen you be jealous.
I don't think that I get jealous. I don't think so.
I don't think
What does Albus's magic feel like?
What does it feel like?
I suppose it would be, as I said, your eyes are very much like the sea. So I think when it comes to Albus's magic, it is like the sea itself, but not the sea, the tide. It's all either receding so far out that it is not there and you're not aware of it, or it comes in all at once and it is overwhelming and you find yourself willingly drowning in it. It is unstoppable. It is unchangeable. It is certain. It's powerful. It has a swelling undercurrent of strength to it, but a dazzling beauty on the surface, so mesmerizing that you don't want to look away. But even if the tide is out, you know that the sea is still there. It is constant and has such mysterious, wonderful, unexplored depths to it. And that is what your magic feels like. And when you cast spells, I can feel it rush at me like the tide, frothing and urgent, all-consuming. And as I said, I willingly drown.
Unchanging.
Certain. Timeless. That is what his magic feels like. We have company. Well, do we have any burning questions at all?
Apparently not.
Would I still love Albus even if he was a muggle? You're assuming that I love Albus. That was a very strong word for someone who I've only known for a month, and then we've been entangled for a month.
It's true.
But someone has asked about a future together, and maybe
We barely know each other.
I see a partnership for our future professional, but
I have to see which way the wind blows.
Well, I think that Albus and I have some business that we have to attend to now. Some things he must show me, some things I must show him.
The intriguing parts about magic that I don't apparently know about.
So we may have to be excused for tonight, but perhaps in the future, we could meet you all again. Of course, we will send an owl.
Notify everyone.
So that you know when and where. And hopefully the next time that we meet, Albus and I will have made progress with our campaign.
With as much support behind us, I'm sure we will.
So, we will see you in the near future. Remember, everything that you do, do it for the greater good.
For the greater good.
For the greater good. And look after one another.
Be kind.
And of course, above all else, stay magical. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night.